dark age, we call this fun.
Hello Huskies, welcome back to another Iron Huskies video. We're trying something a little bit different this time. We're doing some live commentary. Today's going to be a discussion about the Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten, possibly being banned from the meta. Tony, say hi.
What's up?
So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into some survival, and we're going to duke it out while we discuss the Luna. What map do you want to do?
Bannerfall. That's our usual.
Yeah, there's like 4 good maps on this game, which is like a discussion topic in itself. But we're gonna do 3 rounds. We'll do 4 lives, and let's go. So before we get into it, I want to talk about the giveaway that's gonna happen. We hit our goal of 25 subscribers by the end of March, which means that we're gonna start doing our first giveaway. So it's gonna be a $15 either Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam gift card. And so the way it's going to work is we're going to hide 4 numbers in this video in random places. It's going to look like this. In the post-editing, we're going to throw a number up there. And so just type in the 4 numbers that you see in order that they appear in the video. First person to do that will get the gift card. All right? And so we're also getting a head start on our next subscriber goal, 50 subs by the end of April. If we can do that, then we're going to do another giveaway just like this.
Guys, look at how ugly this ship I got is.
It's a pretty awful ship.
This is the worst ship. I don't know why this is an exotic. Even without a shader. I mean, it looks better. But I put this shader because it looks like a turd.
Alright, welcome to Bannerfall.
Now we're both using Lunas in this.
Survival.
Yeah, Lunas only.
Lunas only.
No heavy, no extra guns, no nothing.
Can we melee grenade?
Melee's fine.
Grenade?
Grenade's fine.
Wisely. Every death.
Alright, so I got my Luna in Season 4, and you got yours in Season 5. And neither of us are good enough to get Not Forgotten, so we're just going to be using Luna for this. So my grind was a pain. How did you feel about your grind?
Well, you did my grind with me. And I wanted to kill myself throughout the entire thing. Though I think that everybody that has Luna can say the same. Everybody that doesn't have Luna probably stepped into competitive like
now
once,
show them
and
the
then,
true meaning of war.
you know,
Yeah,
competitive is not for everybody.
it's definitely not.
Competitive is not for anybody.
I have friends that have tried to get the Luna that still can't. I think we're among our friend group. We're among the better ones, I would say. Not to toot our own horn, but
Beagle sucks.
Feagle sucks.
1 minute. You're ahead on line.
And even for us, it was pretty hard, especially when you get up to the higher levels, like around 1800, 1900. That's where we started struggling.
That's where you start to want to kill yourself.
It is.
If you don't already.
Yeah. But for me, you know how they don't really show you the true skill system in this game?
Yeah.
For me, the real true skill is jumping into competitive, and wherever you start struggling, that's your skill level. So I start struggling around 1800, 1900.
Then again, when it comes to competitive,
Slay your enemy
a
and they
big
stay
part of
dead.
it is whether or not you're playing with a team.
3
Because
lives left.
playing by yourself is near impossible. Which only goes to show that if you have the Luna, you either
10 seconds.
have friends that really love you and you should appreciate them more,
Opposing team
or
annihilated.
you're just really good at the game and you deserve the gun.
Good round, good round. I played terrible there. So do you like the Luna? Do you think that the reward is worth the trouble?
I do. I mean, I still can't play with the Thorn, so I don't really use that anymore. This is really the only gun that I've been using in
3
PvP
lives left.
for the past like week or so.
It really feels good to use. It's super stable. It's super, snappy. Like it gets the kill really fast. As long as you can land your headshots, this is probably going to be like one of the best time to kill weapons in the game.
I mean,
Like I haven't used another primary since.
I still use my blast furnace.
Yeah, Blast Furnace is definitely one of the better primaries in the game too.
While Luna has some good range, I mean, like right there, that was pretty long range. But if you were all the way over there, there's no way I could kill you with a Luna. There's no way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But blast
Only
furnace
1
could two
minute
burst
left.
you
Yeah.
in a day.
So what's so special about the Luna compared to other weapons? Like, explain to our audience who might not know.
So, Luna, I mean, to me, one of the biggest things about this gun, obviously being able to 3-tap with it. You know, like here, like, just do it to me real. Oh, no, you have your arc buddies now. But being able to 3-tap with it, and the fact that if the 3-tap doesn't kill them, like for example, if they're in a super,
30 seconds remaining.
like I almost have mine, so we can showcase that in a second. But when somebody's in a super, you can, I mean, you can't 3-tap them, but 4 or 5 bullets and they're dead if you get all headshots.
Yeah, there's a perk that procs called Magnificent Howl, which after your second headshot in a row, you're gonna get a brief period of, like, what is it, 250% damage or something like that?
Is it that much? Jeez.
It's a lot. I'm not sure if it's 250%, but it's a huge boost, and it goes on until the kill. So if you're in the middle of your super, for example, every headshot, I should say, after the first one is going to be at that increased damage. So it can deal out a lot of damage.
It's not just every headshot, though, right?
It's every headshot until you miss or until you kill.
No, because does a body shot take it away?
Body shot does.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Every day.
3 lives left.
You probably heard the controversy. I've already explained it to you before. The controversy around Luna is that it's kind of a rich get richer kind of deal, where people are upset that players who are already good are going to get this good gun that makes them even better. Same with Not Forgotten, because Not Forgotten for sure is a better version of this gun that we are not good enough to get. So what's your take on that? Do you feel...
Shax just laughed at that. He knows it's true.
Shax knows it's true. Do you agree with that? Do you think that it is something that kind of takes players that are not so good out of it?
I mean,
Neck and neck on reserve.
like you can't just say no. It doesn't take away from the players that are not as good. But at the same time, I feel like you can't just take that away from the players who got it, because I grinded competitive for like a week and a half so that I could have this gun and use it in PvP. I'm not going to use this in PvE. I mean,
I do.
It can be a good boss killer if you're using it right, but it's not, you know, I'm not going to take that over my gnawing hunger or something like that, you know.
Yeah. And so people are calling for the banning of the Luna and Not Forgotten from the Crucible because of that, because there are, you know, players out there that can't get one reasonably. Would you be on board for the banning of Luna?
No. Like I said, I grinded for this thing so that I can use it, not so it can be taken away.
Right. For me, it's more of like I feel like I earned it. I feel like it's a reward for me playing very well. And if you were to take that away, I mean, well, Destiny's that kind of game, right? Destiny's that kind of game where you want to have something to push for. And this definitely feels like one of those big weapons that I worked really hard for, and I like having that kind of reward. It's a reward.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same as, like, you know, back in Destiny 1, for anybody that was playing back then, to have a black hammer. I was never privileged enough to have a black hammer, but for everybody that knows what that is, it's almost like the Whisper of the Worm now.
Mm-hmm.
Only it
was legendary.
It was legendary, so you could have another exotic with you, and also it didn't draw from your reserves.
But Black Hammer was different because that was a random drop from Crota. This is actually a reward that you need to work for.
Yeah, but the fact is that for Black Hammer, you had to grind Crota every week. You had to do it as many times as you could. Whenever the reset happened, you want to get the fire team together, do the raid. But you know, it was the same. While it wasn't like a quest like the Luna was, it was still a grind. You know.
I feel you. And so, what are some guns that the Luna often gets outgunned by?
Bygones. Everything gets outgunned by bygones.
Yeah. Yeah, Bygones is the one I have most trouble
But
with.
we're still not calling for a ban on that.
Right. Blast Furnace is one of those that definitely I get outgunned by a lot. Chaperone.
10 seconds.
Oh god, I hate the chaperone.
Yeah, there's a lot of guns that I feel like can easily outgun this. I don't feel like it's overly broken in any way. Again, like the only thing that I really think people have a reasonable claim to is that not everyone can get it.
Yeah, I mean, especially the fact that when you miss a shot, it takes away the magnificent Howl. I mean, you actually have to get
Was a hair's
3
breadth
shots in
away.
a row. You have to be accurate with the gun. You have to still be skilled to use it. It's not like anybody that has a Luna can, you know, kill anyone without skill.
Yeah. Alright, we actually finished that match a lot faster than I thought, so we're going to start up a second one. And we're going to continue this discussion in that second one. So we are going to edit the rest of this out until the next one starts. And I'll see you guys there. Okay, and we're in the second match now. Let's get back to the discussion.
All right,
Let's see.
hit me.
That's the next thing I wanted to get into is like the grind for Destiny 2. Are you satisfied with the level of grind that there is in this game?
I mean, I feel like they're doing a good job of, instead of just making it like you have to grind this one activity over and over again to get this and that, you know, with this last DLC, you know, everybody is having to get their light level up again, which, you know, they have to do with every DLC.
3 lives left.
But like, so instead of just grinding one activity, you're grinding multiple different things to get powerful gear, and then on top of that, you're also grinding any activities that you know you need for weapons that you want, like competitive for Luna. So, I mean,
1 minute.
yeah,
Neck and neck
I
on
think
reserve.
the amount of holy crap, what is that? How did you just?
That was the controversial. It's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like for example, I just got the Division the other day, and you see me still playing this game. Like, how often do you see me playing Division?
I saw you load into it.
Yeah, I don't really play it that much. I'm still playing Destiny because Destiny still has so much for me to do. The addition of the pinnacle weapons, I feel like really added a whole nother layer of grinding that I can do. And I'm a big fan of it. Like right now I'm grinding for the Recluse, which is the current Crucible pinnacle weapon. And there's so many triumphs in this game that I really feel like I'm never going to be done with it. The other day I went through and I soloed the Shattered Throne. And that took me a while. That was a grind in itself. It just gave me an emblem. But it's one of those things that lets me feel like I did something cool. It's another level of grind that I can go for.
But at the same time, I would also like to see, I mean, so
Enemy
like
is
I
in
was
the
saying
lead.
earlier, like in Destiny
Not for
1,
long.
you know, we would have, remember Prison of Elders?
Yeah.
We would do Prison of Elders like 2 or 3 times a day, just to, you know, grind for gear, like the Hopscotch Pilgrim, stuff like that. We don't really have anything like that that we can, you know, grind multiple times for. Like, if they were to bring like a really short raid, kind of like Crota was, into the game, I think that would be pretty cool, because that would be something that, you know, you could do every week. And maybe have it so that, you know, the drops aren't as good as, say, raid drops. So it was a little bit more like what's it called? Like Prison of Elders, and the fact that you could get gear every time you do it,
Yeah.
instead of just having, you know, the legendary drops at certain points in it.
Yeah. Alright, would you still be playing Destiny right now if there were no pinnacle weapons? Like, let's say we didn't need 40 strikes to get Service Revolver, or 40 matches of Gambit to get Breakneck, or 5,500 Glory for Not Forgotten. Would you ever touch those game types?
I'll tell you right now, I would never touch competitive. I hate competitive with a burning passion. And Gambit, I don't really care for Gambit that much, honestly.
But how do you feel about the Breakneck? Do you think the Breakneck made it worth it to do 40 matches?
Yeah, absolutely. Breakneck is fantastic.
30 seconds. Win or lose, this is the
Oh,
end.
I thought you were dead. And then, if I, like, you know, I got the gnawing hunger from Gambit. If I didn't have that and I knew how good it was, yeah, I would definitely grind for it.
Right. And now finally I want to get into some solutions. Now, since we came to the conclusion that Luna and Not Forgotten are not the biggest problem in Crucible, what are some changes that you would make to the Crucible that you think are more important than fixing Luna?
Sorry, I was trying to win that match.
Enemy has match
I mean,
point. Show them how little you care.
specifically, since this video is about Luna, I wouldn't say that there's really much that could be fixed about Luna, because, I mean, like I said earlier, when you miss a shot, you lose that Magnificent Howl perk. You still do have to be skilled with it. Not Forgotten, I actually don't know too much about that gun, but
It's essentially the same thing, just with more range and a little bit less stability.
it still has like the same perk and all
Same
that.
perk. It's also a Magnificent Howl. It's just like the Luna, just more range, less stability.
Well, I mean, in that case, there's not much difference. It's
The range
same principle. Oh, is it?
Yeah. It, like, whatever problems you have with Luna not being, not having enough range, Not Forgotten is like, it fixes all of that.
But the stability, is that like drastically different also?
Not that much. Like, it's negligible. Like, it's well compensated for. I'll tell you what I would fix before I fix Luna. I would fix the supers. The fact that you in the last, not in the last match, but in the match before, but like we were just testing it out, you made a really stupid play with your super.
I was just messing around right there.
And you still killed me. You still killed me. I shot 2 grenades at you, and you still killed me. And that's a problem for me. Like, I think that if you make a stupid play with your super, you should be punished for it. You should die. And I feel like there is not enough of a punishment for making bad plays like that. And I think actually Luna is a solid counter to those supers, because you can take down a super pretty easily with Luna. So for me, Luna is actually a solution to a different kind of problem.
Yeah, I agree. Especially when you've got like a
Smashed your enemies to
what's it
dust.
called? Spectral blades coming after you.
Spectral Blades last
And
way too
your
long.
entire team is running from it. You've got like 4 people behind you. All you do is turn
Enemy
around
has match point.
and then
Show them
fire
how
like 5 or
little
6
you
shots
care.
into him, and your entire team is saved.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I would actually go as far as to say that we should nerf the damage resistance that supers give you by minimum 30%, probably 40%. Because the amount of damage resistance that you get, if you watch that Thorn video, I'm going to link that right now. If you watch that Thorn video, it takes way too many shots to take somebody out in the super.
Yeah. And I mean, Thorn is supposed to be, it's an exotic. It shouldn't be that it takes your entire clip to kill a super from an exotic weapon.
I put 2 shots in a shotgun with somebody with a super, and it didn't kill them. Like, it's a lot.
I don't think 1 shot with a shotgun should kill him, but 2 definitely should.
2 definitely should.
Yeah, supers are a little bit weird.
1 minute left.
Yeah, so I would definitely worry about that before I worry about Luna. Because Luna is something that maybe only 5% of the player base has, maybe even less.
You know what percent of players have supers?
100%. And so, while I guess to kind of conclude, I didn't really want this video to boil down to, you know, Luna's not broken, just get good. But I think it does qualify as one of the solutions in this case, because we are, you know, like I mentioned a couple of times before, we are not good enough to get Not Forgotten, and that's a problem with us. We got to get better. Like, this is not a problem with the game. The game's not broken because I can't get Not Forgotten.
Yeah, I mean, when I get killed by somebody in Crucible who has Not Forgotten, we don't like freak out about it, you know.
Yeah, I respect them. I was like, wow, you went through that grind.
Now, when we get killed by Telesto, that's a different story.
Yeah, Telesto's a different story.
Bunch of these.
Yeah, that. You know, I mean, they did something.
They tried.
It's not that much of a problem anymore. Now, Yotun. Let's talk about
Bungie,
that.
please.
Let's talk about that in another video.
That's gonna be our next video. Oh, but neither of us even have that. But even if we did, there's no reason. You know what? I'm gonna save that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we do need a carrot on the stick to grind for, and for me, that's Not Forgotten right now. Not Forgotten is the thing that I need to get better at.
I agree. I mean, I still do want that Recluse, but Recluse comes before Not Forgotten.
And the Unbroken medal. That's another thing that I want to
God.
grind for, which you got to go through that whole legend grind 3 times. So that's something that I'm probably never gonna get. But as soon as I get that, I feel like I would be done. I would be finished with Crucible. There would be nothing else for me to do, and I'd find a different game. It's the fact that we had this carrot on the stick that makes me keep playing.
Yeah, I agree.
So do you have any other closing thoughts you wanna say before we finish up this last match?
Not really. Other than, I mean, no. I mean, Luna, I mean, it's a great weapon. But, you know, if you're a skilled player, then you can counter it, you know. It's not, I mean, I don't want to say it's the best gun in the game. I don't want to say it's not the best gun in the game. It all depends on your play style, but, I mean, in reality, yeah, it just depends on who's using it. Luna don't kill people. People kill people with Luna.
That's a good way to end the video. Alright, well, I think you might have me in this one, unless I can kill you in the next 10 seconds.
We'll give you a fair shot.
But that'll... Oh, no, I potatoed that one. Oh, man. Good game. I took round 1, but you took round 2. But that's it for this video, I would say. We said all we needed to say about Luna, and I think we got a pretty good, well-rounded, you know, discussion going. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please let us know and we'll discuss more topics. This is the first video of this type, so definitely give us your feedback on what you think and what we should discuss next. This is essentially, because I suck at talking without a script, so this was me grinding to be a better YouTuber. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and maybe drop a like if you enjoyed it. This has been RedHusky.
And GrayHusky. Sorry, I was drinking.
And I hope to see all of you on the receiving end of my Luna.
And then I have this ship called Odurer. Odurer. Odurer.
Odurer.
Odurer. Odurer.